Hi and welcome back. Just to let you know that it took some days for me to fall back to this video and complete this particular session. This is why the date reported for these issues here is on 6th of July and today's date actually 18th. Alright, so the next task for us is to work on this particular screen. Let us have it improved, and I'm going to do about 3 things here. Number 1, I'm going to change the layout of this screen. Number 2, I'm going to apply themes, and number 3, I'm going to filter this so that we will see how the users can only see only the item that is created by them and not just all the items. Right, it's going to be a very long one, but we will enjoy and learn how to perfect what we have started. Okay, let's look at this screen. I'm going to click here, lower down here, so that I can select the entire gallery, and under the snap to grids at this right hand side you can see columns. I can make it 2 columns, depends. You can make it 3 columns. I'm not okay with this. I would prefer to keep it at 1 columns, but in terms of layout, change it. I have a vertical layer where the labels are top and the values are down, and that's what I have here. But I'm going to switch to horizontal, where the labels are towards left and the values are right. And of course you can also expand on this so that you can further customize it. So I'm going to zoom a bit and scrolling here. For these I'm going to scroll down a bit, and for issues description I'm going to make it wide a bit because there will be a lot of text there. Then I can drag this. Okay, let's do that for other values and item. I'm just dragging them. Of course you can do same. So this one, we're still going to go back to SharePoint list and see what is causing these decimal numbers for number of days, and also see is it 1 day difference, and we're going to check that out shortly. Okay, so I'm done, and this doesn't even look maybe cool, but since the layout has changed, maybe when we okay, let's make it bold. Let's make the title also bold by coming back here, semi bold, and I'm going to do that for all. Okay, for this now I can see that it sort of hide some of the text. I can easily come down here and use the wrap text. I'm going to click on so it's going to wrap it. But of course for now let me just go quickly over this and change everything to bold. Alright, I'm done doing that. One more thing that I would like to do now is when I apply the theme, it makes a lot of sense. So themes sort of help you standardize the colors, the colors and the look and feel of your application. That way when you insert an icon, when you insert a button, it inherits whatsoever theme you have described, you have actually applied. So let's click here on themes. I really like this aqua, so I'm going to use the theme aqua, and you see the major change. Of course this looks different now. It's well readable, and you can also so I sort of like this. This has been applied to all other elements of my application. If I go back to the home page, to the browse screen, I'm able to see this. If I go to my details screen, I can see this. If I go to edit screen, of course I'm also going to see something different, which looks nice now. Alright, the next part here, now that I've applied this, I need to save this app. I'm going to just go here, save the app. While I save the app, I'm also going to click on publish so that I can publish the app. Okay, publish this version. So it has been published now. One thing that I'm going to do separately is also to share the app. I'm going to click on share button here, so I will be able to share this app with someone else. I have Advance on the same tenant, and I'm going to share this with Advance, and let's see how things works here. So you can share with people within your organization, people that are guests, and for you to share with someone outside the organization, you must add them as a guest to your Active Directory as your AD. But here Advance is within this Advance right here. I'm going to just click on a name, and you see I can make a co-owner or not. So I'm just going to leave her as a user, and I can select here either to send notification to her or not. One more thing is, the moment you grant access to the application, you share application with someone, you should also make sure you also grant access to the SharePoint list or the data sources. So it's not going to share this data source automatically. You have to go to SharePoint and also share that particular list. So but first I'm going to click on this share button. while that is being tested, I have logged in here with Advance, and this is my app environment. The application will definitely drop here that, oh, an app has been shared with you. If it's not dropping, I'm going to refresh here so that I can update the list of applications that Advance has access to. Alright, you see now issue tracker is here now. 1 minute ago it's been shared with Advance. She will not be able to use it because the data source as well has not been shared. So I'm going to go back here, cancel now because it has been shared. Go back to my SharePoint list. I need to share the list as well with Advance. You click on share. How many people do you want to grant access to? I mean, this one to Advance. You can see Advance, that's notify people here. I'm going to grant access now. So Advance has access to this list. The meaning she'll be able to use the app right now. But there's still one issue that you might likely come across, because I tested it one time and I realized it gave me issues. I have to diagnose and see why is it bringing up that issue. Okay, good. So right now you see these are the two lists created, not created by Advance, created by this user Olachas, which is me. But right here Advance name is showing. I mean Advance has access to them. She shouldn't. But let her even try to create an item. So Advance is trying to create one. This will not work. And for this particular one, PC screen broken. Okay, PC screen got damaged. I mean fell and got damaged. I want to attach what's the priority. This is very critical. Issue source, nothing. Am I attaching anything? Nothing for now. I'm going to click on check here. I want to demonstrate on it. Awesome. You see, Wi-Fi challenge is there now. PC screen broken. Okay, since this is working, but for you it might not be so, just like that. So I see it has dropped here. PC screen is broken. At the time when I checked it, I saw some validation error. I tried to Google. It took me a lot of time. I started checking the data source if there were some validation issues there. So there were quite some, I mean 1 or 2 on this assigned, date reported, I think. Okay, let's check this assigned to. When I click on more, okay, there's no issue here. It's actually on date reported. And I click here, edit. I have a new one here. Alright, so I have this particular one which what I did, this was particular reason why that my formula wasn't working. That was the reason. Okay, let's apply the formula first and see what I even mean. Maybe you have that same issue. What I want to do now is to filter what Advance can see. She should only be able to see what she entered. So she should only be able to see what she entered. So let me just refresh the data source so that we can have the 3 records here. Alright, data source is refreshed and we see all the 3 ones now, including the PC screen broken. I'm going to click on this guy, and within this formula bar, let's look at it. What I want to do here is to filter this particular gallery. Right here, we have 2 functions. There is one which is the sort by column, and this sort by columns is working with title. And that's the completion of that exercise. Actually, this title and ascending, and just checking for ascending and descending. But we also have this filter. This filter function is filtering by title as well. Start with title, sort of filter whatsoever is inside that text box. But what we want to do here is to validate that, okay, whosoever created it is also the same person that is using it at the right time. So created by, and also user email. So we want to use the email to validate this. Because I'm still within the filter function, I'm going to put a comma so that, after the filter, the search filter is done. I also want to filter the value there. And here I'm going to type user dot email. I want to validate that user dot email equals to created by. That's the email of the person that created it. So I'm going to search for type created. I'm going to see created by. See, this created by is a person. It's a person email feed. So it has different items with it. So I just need email dot. I can see display name, claims, different things. Email is what I need. So I'm going to click on email. So this way I'm checking the person that is using this app. Is it the same person that only show me the item that the person creates? So I'm done. As I'm done with this formula, I just click outside and drag here. You will see I cannot see the formula before. I cannot use the item that Advance just created, which is the one PC screen not working. so it has disappeared because I didn't create it. I'm going to save this and then publish so that I can push this version. I'm going to publish now. While it's being published, I also want to go back here and close this app because it won't synchronize the change. Try as much to refresh so that it works, so that I can pull that new change. Alright, so I've refreshed now. I can see a new modification was done 5 seconds ago. I hope it has taken effect, but of course let's launch the app first. Alright, it's working. So that the app is actually working now, and I can see it's only PC screen got damaged. It's new. This is here assigned to, not yet assigned to anyone, and it seems, I mean, I'm not facing that issue now since I have actually worked on it on my SharePoint list, but not so. So let's come back to the list. The days here, days old, this is giving me 1 day, which is not true. It is not 1 day. This item was reported on the 6th of July. However, today is 18th, so the days old is not correct. So how do we set that right? And these were the things I did in my own case. First, go to this settings and click on list settings. I need to change the time zone first. I need to come back again and click on this button here, right here, and click on site settings so that I can change the time zone. My time zone is West Africa. Then click on regional settings. I am currently on US and Canada UTC-8. Meanwhile, I should be on UTC +1. So I have to locate UTC +1, which is the West Central Africa. This is my time zone. And what do I prefer? Is it the month, year, and day? I actually prefer the UK, which is our own way of reading time and date here in Nigeria. Then I'm okay with other details. Immediately I'm done with this, I can click on OK. So I've clicked on OK. Let me go check my list. Let's go check my list. I can do that in SharePoint list by just clicking here and clicking on Microsoft list rather. And I can see under my application issue tracker, which is this issue tracker. So I have issue tracker here, and yeah, so even though this has not changed, I still need to change it. And this is where we can now go back again here and click on list settings so we can check the formula. That particular feed, days old, is calculated feed, and this is here, days old is a calculated column. So I have to click on days old, and so it's sort of calculating some things here, checking if the length of the days is so. But let's clear all the formula and start from the beginning. Let's start from scratch. So every formula starts with equal sign, same exact concept here. And what I want to do here is date diff, the date difference. I want to start with date created, which is the date reported, comma, today's date. So it's going to be dynamic. So today, comma, what format do I need the difference to be reported? I need them in days. So I'm going to close the bracket because I want to append something to it. I want to append the text. I'm going to put at a space. I want to append the space first, and then another ampersand to append. Then I want to type this. So it's going to give me in days now. So from number, I think it's number by default, take it to single line of text. That's how it works for me. I'm going to click on OK. So this works, and let's click back on issue tracker to go back to our list. And interestingly, you can see 12 days and 0 days. So it's counting and it's working well now. Right? So in this, we are not yet done with the app customization. Actually, there's a few changes. Let's go back here and also check. Right now I can't go back home, and that's a challenge. However, I click here, there's no way to go back home. So that's what we want to do now to make the experience complete for the first part of the app. So I'm going to click here and drag this a bit up. Yep, so that I can add an home button down here. I'm going to duplicate this particular rectangle here. Just locate it and click on it. Sometimes if you need to find out exactly the rectangle, you can come back here to this tree view and locate the rectangle here. I'm going to Ctrl C and V. So Ctrl C and V will help to duplicate. Guess it's duplicated, not yet. Ctrl Z. Control C and Control V. Yep, so it's duplicated now. I can drag it here. Now I have it at this part. Okay, this is why. So it's there now, but it's not on the same line, so I have to just click a node to make sure it is where this stop that is also ending. Okay, I think I like this. Then drag here. Okay, this is fine for me. Very thin line, but I like it. I want to add an icon, home icon. Then I'll go to click here. I'll go to insert, click on icons. I'm going to add anyone here because home is not directly here. And that's the advantage of theme. Now it has make it the same color. You can see that's impressive. So this is plus sign. I'm going to click on this icon here, add, and then search for home. It's easier for me to change it to home icon now, which is fine. Then from here, oh, I don't even have an home page. So the question is, do we have an home page? Nope. Okay, let's create one. I'm going to come back here. Let's leave this icon here. Then going to come back to new screen and create one blank. So this is the blank screen. I'm going to call this home, rename, and call this home page. So this is a home page, and I can also drag it and take it up by moving up here till it's number 1. Alright, this is my home page. Doesn't look that nice, okay, but it's fine. So right here, let me add a text. So I'm going to click on label here, and I'll type, drag it there, and just type welcome. I want to type your name. Welcome to who? Okay, to type name, I'm going to come back to this formula bar here and rather put this is my text here. I think it should change now. If I click back on it, it's welcome. So right here, welcome, I'm leaving a space and put the ampersand. Who am I appending? What am I appending to? I want you to call your name. So I'm going to say welcome to who? User. I'm going to close back a dot full name. So it's coming up with the dot expression now. This is the details about the user, full name. So I'm going to call my name full. So that is it. You can see how it's working. And welcome online. I want you to call out my name, so which is fine now. You can increase the font size maybe to 25. Yep. So you're just calling out my name. You can make it central, and this guy itself you can also align and make it central. Let me do. Okay, it's about being central actually. Align to center. Okay. Alright, so I can bring it up and have a button to log in. Under insert, you can see button here. Then I can bring this here and say login and call this login. So this is the login button. I want this button to have curved edges, and you can scroll down here and you see it under button radius. If I put it at 40, it's just going to wrap everything. Do you see that now? I also want to duplicate this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and this other button I want it to exit if you want to log out. So I'm going to change the color. I'm going to change the color here first. Come to this color and then maybe something like red. Yeah, for exit. So I'm going to call it exit. Alright. There's a formula I can also put here under the on select. What should happen after I click on this button? It should exit the app. So I'm going to type exit. Then I'm going to close the bracket. Remember, open and close function. So that will make the app close. For login, you need to be directed to a particular page, which is the browse screen first. So when you click on this login, I'm going to come back to the on select and type navigate. So where should they navigate to? The browse screen. That's the browse screen 1. I'm going to close the brackets. Alright. Now we can go back to browse screen and link this home button back to the home page, because we now have a page to link back to. I'm going to click here and then say home, which is navigate. Navigate to where? Home page. When I'm tapping home page, you're going to see the page, home page. I'm going to close the brackets. Alright. So I'm going to save this as well and publish. I'm going to publish, and in a few seconds the changes synchronize, and at the advanced we have access to the new change, new details. You can't have access to it now. So I'm going to close, try to refresh here. Okay, 8 seconds ago. So let me click on it. If it's on mobile, sometimes it will write a new version of the app, a notification here, but I'm happy that this just synchronizing immediately. So welcome at advance. But if it is mine in this environment, when I try to play the app, it's definitely going to tell me something different. If I play the app, it's welcome TheOyinbooke, and you can see right here it is welcome at advance. You can design this. When I click on login, definitely going to take me to the screen, and it is only my details that are there. When I try to add more, and let's just see this time around what happened. Mouse, you have to report issues. Mouse not working. So mouse not working, and what is the description? Water fell on my PC and the mouse pad is no longer working. Right, I'm fine. What is this of? I mean high, because I can see your external mouse. I'm not attaching anything here. I'm fine. So I've clicked on close. I mean I've submitted now and everything is here. When I click on this home button, it takes me back to home. I can click on this exit to close the app, and it's done closing the app. Right here, if okay, let me just close this, and if I refresh, the details will not still be here. Remember that it will not be there because I'm not the one that created it. It's at advanced. Meanwhile, on the data here, it's going to be here. PC broken, this mouse not working, and it's still 0 days. It hasn't been assigned. So the goal here in this first part of the video is how do we create this app from the template which we've done list, and then we'll move up from that list and we were able to customize. We have 4 screens now. You can do many other things, but this is a functional thing. In the next module of this training, we then focus on how to create this thing from scratch. The list, we create them column by column, and here we're going to connect to the list and start building these screens and the element one by one. I want you to look forward to that. Don't forget to like this video and also share with your friends and colleagues who are learning Power Apps, at this time. Thank you and bye for now.